Starlight and shattered glass, Uranus and Gemini. Welcome to a quickie communique and calendar. This is a 3-dayer, and I'm happy you're here. I'm your host, Mary-Laurence Bevington. Dates are March 18th to the 20th, 2026. All times are Eastern Daylight Time, which right now is Greenwich Mean Time minus 4 hours. Here we grow in the valley and in the seas, framed by peaks and sky. And if you can see Declan's son's photograph, it's of shattered glass with an image reflected into it, probably of trees with like fall leaf colors. I don't know why I picked fall, but I suppose if you're in the southern hemisphere, you are about to go into fall. Message from space, 3:18, new moon at 20 degrees, 42 minutes of Pisces revives. Springboards the Aries Equinox, ruled by Neptune and in ancient times by Jupiter. Planets near, Mars, Mercury, a chance to come up for air, sound of waves lapping. Hard to see, but stars are clear. Hurried winds accelerate, decelerate. Time stops, fields fallow. Recall your feelings, see your vision. 3:20, Luna enters Aries. Mercury goes direct. Sun soars into Aries. A season begins. Believe you're able. Keep wires uncrossed and good bedfellows, and speed tempered by pause. There's something about Uranus. We hover in the 5-week plus cusp period before Uranus transits through Gemini for 7 years. These 7 years will change our worlds. What do you see for your future self? I wonder if you can hear my puppy dog drinking water in the background. What do you see for your future self? Uranus first went into Taurus on May 15th, 2018. Then after a sojourn back in Pisces, he re-entered on March 6, 2019. By then, I knew I'd leave my old life in search of rebirth, but I wasn't sure how all would come to be. I heard myself tell my clients our world will look very different in 7 years. Futuristic and at once present time images came across my reading screen, and knowing this, that there would be cake eaten and made miraculously. Instagram-tastic royals wore lab-created diamonds. Dynasties fell. Mother Earth paused and erupted. Strife broke around inventions, AI and otherwise. Humus opened, revealed subterranean underbellies, and much went bump in the night. A thought. Uranus nearing Gemini already reveals new horizon lines clear in the material world and in the unseen world. Once he settles into Gemini, all will activate, and perhaps even more so in the unseen world. On July 7th, 2025, the eldest beetle Ringo Starr's 85th birthday, Uranus entered Gemini. On November 8th, 2025, due to the cha-cha-cha nature of retrograde motion, Uranus returned to Taurus, a sign ruled by Venus in her material girl phase. P.S. Taurus is Uranus' oddest bedfellow on the ecliptic. Just keep that in mind, everybody. As fate would have it, come April 25th, 2026 at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the OG Lord of the Sky, Uranus himself, returns to the Gemini twins, ruled by Mercury's quick hands, skin, and nervous system. As he ingresses, our moon Luna will be in between signs and headed for Virgo. Pallas will enter Aries about 4 hours later. Once in Gemini, Uranus will stay till August 3rd, 2032. A 9-day. Nine's magic can bring out the better angels of our nature. On that day, Uranus will move into Cancer and will cha-cha-cha back into Gemini on December 12th, 2032. His return to Cancer for a 7-year stint resumes on May 22nd, 2033. That's a lot of dates, everybody, but it's just sort of showing this 7-year cycle. And then we have these little cha-cha-cha retrograde direct periods where the planet kind of does a like, hi, I'm here. And then they go back and then they come back in. Now, Neptune stays in Aries for far more time and Pluto in Aquarius for even more. But there's something about Uranus and his 7-year reigns. 7 is a spiritual number. 7 embodies curiosity, philosophy, spaciousness, and a longing for the deep. 7 sings acceptance, psychic gifts, and appreciation for life. Uranus in myth, astronomy, and the last time he was in Gemini. This is kind of the grand finale of this one too. Among many offspring, Uranus sired Saturn, and Saturn sired Pluto, Neptune, and Jupiter. Granddaddy Uranus, often an outlier, stuck with his Greek name. According to NASA, as a planet, Uranus is a unique, cold ice giant known for orbiting on its side with a 98-degree axial tilt. That's literally like on its side, causing extreme 21-year-long seasons. Indeed, at negative 224 degrees Celsius, which is, I had to look this up, negative 371.2 degrees Fahrenheit, Uranus is cool and features a blue-green methane atmosphere with a predominant light wavelength between 500 and 520 nm. A total of 13 faint rings and more than 27 moons orbit Uranus. William Herschel first saw what he thought was a comet on the 13th of March from Bath, Somerset, England. Herschel announced his findings, Uranus, to the world on 26th of April, 1781, an 11-day. 11 days uncannily march us towards, or across rather, thresholds. They arouse beauty, thinking, and show us that when change happens, doorways await. Actually, need to do that because I messed that up. They, 11 days, arouse beautiful thinking and show us that when change happens, doorways await. Now, the last time Uranus was in Gemini for a 7-year stint spanned from 1942 to 1949. It overlapped with much of World War II, a new world order's birth, and the Cold War's beginnings. The 7-year time within the fightin', flyin', swingin' 1940s was marked by losses unimaginable. Swing dancing, economic booms, inventions, and discoveries such as the first digital computer, hallucinogenic properties of LSD, mobile phones. Yes, they were first invented in the 40s. Theory of holography. So think holograms when I say theory of holography. The slinky, the jukebox, cake mix, and more. Seriously, cake mix was the invention of 1949. I just think that's too cool for school. Okay, so murmurs of what this next 7-year stint may bring are floating on the airwaves now. What's it going to be, people? What's it going to be? Message from space. What if you made peace with yourself and meditated for a spell? 3:20, news of an equinox as Sun enters Aries, same day that Mercury stations direct, joins all planets flying direct, forward on the ecliptic of the zodiac. Lights, camera, action. extras. On 3/18, the new moon day, that's today, Venus squares Jupiter. That's a 90-degree tense angle. And Sun is sextile Uranus at 60 degrees, which is harmonious. Thought it was fun to end on a Uranian note there. All right, let's actually call that for now. And I appreciate your being here. I want to thank the new followers and subscribers. You are super special, and I will keep creating, and hopefully you will dig it. And let's look out for each other out there. Okay. Take care. Yours in carrying the light.